What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We're about to get started with the last week. Well, okay, sorry. We already got started with the last week of the regular season for the league. Really hyped to bring you the second matchup of the night. This is sure to be another good one. And then even after this, we've got potentially an even better matchup. But both of these sure to be bangers. Before we get on into that, I'd like to introduce my co-commentator who honestly probably doesn't even need an introduction. The man, the myth, the legend, Psychonautic himself.
Hey, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Happy to be here. How you doing, my man?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I love casting, so whenever I'm here, it's always a good time, especially even better when we got a banger of a matchup. And today
Word.
we indeed do. And in this matchup, we're going to have Hydra taking on Lightspeed. Hydra came out swinging off the gate, came out 15-0, completely asserting their dominance in the rival league. And they barely took their first loss last week on Wednesday against Vortex, another top team who has proven to be up there and able to compete. Lightspeed hasn't had too bad of a run themselves, though. They don't have quite as impressive of a record, but they're still the number 3 seed as of current standings, and they're definitely going to be trying to take it to Hydra today.
Yeah, I think that they definitely are, and I think that Hydra, as good as they are, they might be tripping a little bit if they think they're gonna sleep on Lightspeed. I'm not a rival, so I'm not gonna sit here and try and BS through this like I know what I'm talking about because everybody knows that I don't. But Astro has a name that is known in Nemesis, and you typically don't get your name known in Nemesis by being bad at this game.
Well, I'd argue that some people know who I am. But other than that, you're completely right. Astro has been player of the week before. He was an all-star. He's he was even on the winning rival team of last season in the Gravelords. So definitely not a player that is completely out of contention. If there's anyone to take it to Hydra, it could be him. But we're going to go ahead and try to get into this one quickly. Before we get started, though, can I get your prediction on this matchup?
Well, okay. Logistically, I think it's going to be Hydra. I think that they're going to be able to take it just based on everything that I've heard from other people. But I put about 1K channel points on Lightspeed just because the returns are insane. So I'm going to go with Lightspeed. They're going to take it in Game 5.
I mean, when there's a pool that juicy, you just got to try to get a little piece of it. And we will see how things turn out as Hydra here, starting off with the first attack of the game, but shut down by Lightspeed. Folks taken to the air, but Zerf patient on the goal line. So he's going to look to the side, but no one there, actually, or no boost to make any play happen. So Astro's going to get a nice clear. Already a fast-paced game right out the gate, and actually that's a big mistake from Hydra. Complete breakdown of their defense, but luckily for them, they aren't punished for it. Lightspeed not able to find anything. Huge clear from Astra, and that one's actually just going to roll right into the net.
Yeah, it looked a little bit awkward even from where I was looking. It looked like maybe there was a communication error or something. Seabiscuit makes the miss, but his teammate, I guess, just was expecting him to hit it there.
And in all honesty, I've never really seen Hydra look that panicked before. It's kind of a little bit of an awkward play, but I think if they slowed down a bit, it was a huge clear, but I think they could have gone back to it. Still, though, not even a minute in the first game gone by. Lightspeed will definitely be enjoying an early lead, as they'll be looking to extend it. Vokes with the dribble. Can't get past Zerf, who shuts him down. Astra in an awkward spot. Can't find the touch. Neither can Zerf, though. As Zoro looking for the clear out. And so far, it looks like Lightspeed just has a huge space advantage in this game, although they're not taking advantage of it right here. So far, Psycho, it just seems like Lightspeed is actually the one who is controlling the pace of this game so far.
I gotta agree with you. Compared to what I've been hearing about Hydra, I feel like they're playing incredibly slow and incredibly passive, as we are seeing Lightspeed pretty much dominate their side of the pitch.
Their side, and even so far, it looks like most of Hydra's side, as there's another demo from Vokes. The shot from Astra going to be a little bit lackluster. And more demos coming out from Lightspeed. They're just turning on full aggression. It seems like they think that their win condition is just to pressure. Oh my goodness. That's almost a huge pre-flip shot from Gels. Zerf there to try and put it in, but can't put it in either. Folks, patient on the goal line. Passes to Zoro, who gets it clear. Lightspeed escaping danger for now, but that was a close call.
Close indeed. Lightspeed with some very, very patient and non-panicky defense right there. Tight rotations coming out from them, and we see what happens whenever you put in time for good rotations. You always have somebody there, and you're not going to get scored on.
Yeah, and Rival League, the second highest league, definitely the point where good rotations really can become the reason for a team's success or lack thereof, as Gel's actually trying to prove that mechanical ability can take you there too. Almost gets another insane play. Zerf up for this one, looking for the redirect. Biscuit can't find it on the pre-jump, but Hydra looking confident, but not very accurate so far on these attacks. Zerf looking for the double. Astro going to get a nice touch out. And once again, just so much offensive presence from Hydra, but the shots don't really feel that dangerous, even though they look extremely creative. I mean, they just don't look like they're realistically going to be high percentage shots that Lightspeed has to be scared of going in the net.
But we are definitely seeing their offense gear up from the first half of the game. So following that pattern, maybe they just need a little bit more time, take a couple more shots before they really dial in that accuracy.
Very true. And if the pre-jump ceiling plays start to or continue to not work out for them, we might just see a return to fundamentals, although I wouldn't be too sure of it, as Gels and Zerf especially known to be quite fancy players. There's going to be a 50 to Zerf, and he will take the shot, putting it in the bottom left corner.
And that was a really good play coming out from Hydra right there. Seabiscuit, he didn't even get it. That was an unfortunate pinch, actually, that sent it out mid, and Astro unfortunately caught out due to that pinch, not able to get back and make the stop.
And there we see the rotation breaking down for Lightspeed. It's going to be absolutely crucial for them to keep up a good rotation and make sure someone's always back, as Hydra is one of those teams that can just shoot at any moment. And there we see it again as Seabiscuit puts in his first goal of the game.
Speaking of Seabiscuit, up and at them, where he looks most confident in the backfield like that with an absolute banger, 76 miles an hour. Holy.
And there's the confident shooting that we expect to see out of Biscuit. Season 3 MVP, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was the MVP in Season 3. Didn't even lose actually a single game during that, or a single series during that entire time. Was looking to repeat history with Hydra. Couldn't quite find the undefeated season, but they're still looking to come out at the top of the rival league. So there's a big 50. Gels with a shot. Can't get the touch from Vokes, and Astro going to have to find a 50 here, but there's no boost for Lightspeed. Now 20 seconds left. They're the ones who have to score. Biscuit passing to Gels. Tries to take it up the wall, but a missed touch, and now Zoro with an opportunity. Goes for the double. Can't find it on target. Astro passing, and that's a huge bump from Zoro. Zoro gonna be there to put it in after making a great play on the last defender.
Really good stuff. Zoro finding the touch right there, leaving it for Astro, and like you said, finding that integral bump on Gels, just bullying him out of the way and leaving himself an empty net.
And now equalizing with 6 seconds left. This first game could prove to be one of the most important for Lightspeed if they can gain some momentum here. Gonna be much more difficult to go down against Hydra. Folks keeping this one up for regulation for now. Zoro looking for the pass, but Hydra gonna want to clear this one out. That's a pass middle, but a 50 on the goal line, and we will be head to OT.
And this is
on the kickoff.
This is a spicy matchup. This is exactly the type of stuff I love to see. I mean, game 1 overtime, you know that this is gonna be a good series.
Absolutely, and Astro even off the bat, but as I say that, Zerf gonna take a nice shot, weaving it through the defenders.
Seabiscuit with a really good touch right there, able to push it up. Astro finding the touch, but just doesn't go the direction he needs it to. A little bit too far inwards as opposed to across. But hey, it was an unfortunate way to lose, but they played really, really well all the way up to that point.
Not much more to say about that point. I mean, yeah, Lightspeed is playing fantastically, and if they can keep this up, it's definitely going to be a very close series. Astro with an unfortunate touch there at the end to send a pass middle to Hydra. But other than that, not really very many fundamental mistakes that allowed Hydra to take big advantages. Overall, Lightspeed definitely keeping up, and Hydra are going to have to work for their meal here.
I definitely agree with you there. It seemed like Hydra, even though I would say they probably had more offense, like it was no more than about 60-40. Lightspeed definitely able to generate their own offense. They put quite a few shots on net. I think about 7, possibly 8 shots on net. So I think that this game too, we could see if Lightspeed can just do a little bit of tweaking to their situation, we might see a completely different outcome here.
And you were spot on about that. I believe it was 7 shots for Lightspeed and 9 shots for Hydra. So no real outlier in either department there. Both teams really just trading blows. Hydra coming out in the last game, but they'll have to repeat the performance. And like we saw initially, it's not going to be easy. Seabiscuit with an awkward touch. Surf pass to the center. Gel's there for the shot, and that one's not quite going to slot in. I thought most certainly that was going to go, but not this time. It's Seabiscuit looking for another shot. Zoro parries that one away, and Lightspeed on their back foot initially, but finally finds a clear and just the tiniest bit of breathing room as well. Big 50, and now Vokes has a free ball, but kind of passes it to Seabiscuit, and that'll allow Hydra to regain control. Surf in the corner now, getting it past one. Looking for the pass. No one there to receive, but he does get a nice 50. And Biscuit takes a bit too much time. Perhaps not quite respecting the speed of Lightspeed's defense there, but this could be a free shot. Not quite for Hydra, but Gel's looking to put it in anyways. Zoro getting a flick past one. Looking for a second flick to Vokes. Can't find the touch, and this might be an open net for Hydra. Biscuit didn't have the boost to shoot. And now a pair of demos coming out from Lightspeed. The defense from Hydra going to have to recover, and finding an awkward way to recover, but recover they finally do. So far, looking similar to game one, actually, in aggression at both ends of the field, Psycho.
I agree with that, and it seems like neither. Oh my goodness! Well, instead of talking about what I was about to talk about, Astro coming in, sending it to Zoro. Wow, what a nice one from Zoro up to Astro, the redirect. What a good play coming out right there.
That's great recognition from Astro there to see that Zerf was trying to shadow defend, but a little bit out of position. The ball was awkward. It just hops on that opportunity. You expect Astro to hit those most of the time. Once again, one of the key players from Gravelords winning last season. And he's looking to repeat the same success. Now Lightspeed up again, but as we saw in the last game, that is not going to be easy to hold against Hydra. Astro up for the first touch, looking for the flip reset, finds it. It's off target, but still a scary play. As Lightspeed now putting on the pressure. That's a hit to the backboard. That was a double commit from the defense, and Hydra caught out. Lightspeed going to take a further lead.
And just like you said, that double defense from the defense was the nail in the coffin for them. Astro saw what was happening, pre-jumped that ball, and was just ready to put it in.
And it seems like Lightspeed just keep finding ways to put Hydra in awkward positions that they're having trouble dealing with. It looks like when they are playing their game, they are the best at it, but if they can be put into compromising positions, sometimes that's where their weaknesses lie. Now Zerf here on the dribble though. Gets it to Biscuit, who's going to get it past one. Astro back for the save. Gets it to his teammate. The ball's still center. Another double commit from Hydra. That one's going to go off the backboard, but there won't be anyone there to follow. This has been a bit of an issue for Hydra as Zoro gets a nice flick. They seem to be double committing quite a bit. Maybe the communication not that strong today. Kind of, it looks like their double commits that might not usually be that big of a deal are kind of putting them in bad positions and letting Lightspeed gain small advantages. That's Gels. Can't quite find the touch. Biscuit to Zerf. And Gels looking for a shot, but it's not going to be quite powerful enough. Actually turned into a pass, but Zerf couldn't find the shot either. And now it's Lightspeed putting the clamps once again on Hydra. Trying to break through again, but at this point they really only need to keep them from scoring. Zerf going for a flip reset play. It's a very good play, but doesn't quite have the boost to capitalize. And at the end of the day, I feel like those aren't really the type of plays they should be going for, Psycho. They need to just try to find some quick pass plays or something, as these mechanical plays, although when they work, they're good, they haven't really found much success in this series.
I don't disagree there. Seabiscuit trying to find some success, but not able to. And I agree with you. I think that they need to get a little bit more fundamental with their game as they're down 2, and as we've seen, Lightspeed has pretty much controlled the pace of almost this entire game. Hydra had some offense in the beginning, but since about the halfway point, Lightspeed has just been putting on the heat.
And they don't look like they're going to be wanting to turn off the burner anytime soon. This could be an opportunity for Hydra, though. Now 30 seconds left. Scoring here is now a dire situation for this game. As Astro going to get a pop past one. Gel's there. Trying to find Zerf, but he just doesn't have enough boost. Once again, awkward offensive plays that look scary, but really are just kind of fake shadows of monsters, as there's not really any real threat there. Now 7 seconds left. Hydra have to score right now. Lightspeed's defense is still holding through. This one's high, but even still, Lightspeed will hold on. Won't even get scored on 0 seconds, and that's an impressive display from them in game 2.
Definitely an impressive performance from them in game 2 there. Lightspeed able to pull it out. And I was trying to say earlier, but I think my mic was muted and I didn't even recognize. But the double commits that you mentioned, I think were really what kind of did Hydra in that game. We saw multiple come out in that one game, and I think that that's pretty uncharacteristic of them.
Yeah, I know even from my time playing Hydra, even though they do double commit sometimes, they aren't usually in crucial situations where a double commit could be the difference between a goal. And it's usually not even that often, honestly. They typically have very good communication, maybe just having a little bit of problems with communication. But Lightspeed is also playing phenomenally. We can't take anything away from them because they are absolutely just showing that they can handle this Hydra roster right now. And we'll have to see if Hydra can adapt to them, as they will attempt to bring the ball downfield and do just that. Astro with a huge clear. Vokes for a very ambitious read. Finds the touch, but a little bit of an overcommit there from Lightspeed. No capitalization from Hydra just yet. Still stuck in that corner a bit, but that's a huge clear. Zerf going for the double touch. Oh, and he can't quite find it. That was, once again, very scary for Lightspeed, but Zerf can't quite find it. That's a poor clear from Astro. Vokes luckily bails him out. Another 50 at the midfield, and will still be control for Lightspeed. Astro looking to fake pass Biscuit, gets it, but Zerf's there to clear the ball away. And now it looks like we are starting to see more team plays from Hydra, at least finding each other on defense. They haven't had any real offensive pressure so far here, Zerf. And Psycho, what do you think that Hydra needs to do here to respond to Lightspeed?
It's really kind of hard for me to say, being a novice player, but just from based on what I've seen, it looks like they have some communication errors, and it could be that one of them's just having a bad day, and I'm not able to tell which one of them's having a bad day. They all look amazing to me, the touches that they make, but I know that there's a lot of things that can factor into your Rocket League play. Sometimes it's something like, oh, you got a C on a test, and now all of a sudden your whole mood's off.
And yeah, I mean, little mental factors like that always play a part. And, sometimes when that happens, maybe a little tip for you guys out there too. Mental aspect is the biggest part of Rocket League. When your teammate's having a bad day, just build them up. You gotta just try to give them credit for what they're doing right. Because a lot of the times when you're stuck in a bad mentality, all you can really see is what's going wrong. You gotta let your teammates know that they actually aren't the worst player in the world, and even the small things they do are good sometimes. So, you know, a confidence boost can help at any level of the game, from novice to titan. Everyone needs a good mental, or else you're just not gonna win. Simple as that.
I certainly agree, and you know that's I think an integral thing for teams for them to build each other up and support each other and try and be as family like as possible. Zerf,
Oh my. And close calls on both ends of the field here. Surf almost found a nice redirect there, but only seconds prior, the ball almost landed in Hydra's net. Now it's back on the same road as Hydra, scrambling on defense, can't get it past one. Zoro with the dribble, and once again, I mean, very nice of Lightspeed to recognize the capitalization there, but a breakdown of Hydra's defense once again.
once again, Zoro, really good pressure right there, able to just get that very soft touch that put it just out of Zerf's reach, just made it way too awkward for Zerf to do anything with, and that left him with the empty net. He knew he just had to roll it in at that point.
And going back to what we've been saying, it just looked like the communication was not there. Biscuit was trying to find a rolling ball to the midfield, and there was just no teammate there to help him out or to find. Now Lightspeed up one. Still far from over for Hydra as Zoro gets an awkward touch. This could be an opportunity. And the ball gets past Zoro. Zerf there, and he's gonna put it past two defenders.
Really good persistence from Zerf right there. Seabiscuit able to get that ball moving all the way down the pitch, and Zerf just perfect timing coming in, threads the needle past two of the defenders. It looked like Vokes hit that ball though. A little bit of a ghost touch maybe there for him. Gotta love latency.
Oh, of course. But I gotta say, Lightspeed defense there looking a bit lackadaisical as they were just kind of a bit slow to the ball and didn't really look like they were giving 100% of their effort to save the ball, if I'm being perfectly honest. If my football coach were watching that play, he would probably tell me that I was running laps for that one.
True.
You really have to... You can't let your guard down at all, especially against a team of Hydra's caliber, as they are going to still take every opportunity. And this is actually another one that's just going to roll in, and the defense is caught out once again on Lightspeed.
And we saw it a little bit in game one where they were sort of, as you were saying earlier, lackadaisical or just pushed up a little bit too far, not expecting Hydra to get the big boom. But I think with a team like Hydra, you really should always be expecting that big boom.
Most definitely. And going back to even what we were talking about in game one, you have to expect that at any moment they can get a shot on target, because realistically at any moment they can get a shot on target, and sometimes it'll just come out of the blue. Here could be another one as Zerf looking for the shot. Can't quite find the touch, but still now Hydra, now that they have a lead, just have to hold on to it. But Zoro looking for a redirect of his own, puts Zerf in an awkward spot. Zerf finding the air dribble on defense, but everyone's missing the ball. Gel's bailing out his teammates. There's only 15 seconds now. Zerf gonna take this one for a dribble, but he gets demoed. And that ball is going to be sent back into Hydra's half. Only 10 seconds now. Zoro not going to be able to find this touch. This should be it. If Hydra can get one more goal, they won't find it, but the ball will touch the floor. And narrowly, Hydra escapes getting scored on, but even closer was Lightspeed getting scored on at the end of the game. Hydra will take a 2-1 lead in the series.
Really good stuff. I think most people in the crowd were expecting to see what we're seeing, but you know, Lightspeed playing really, really good right there. Just making a couple of integral mistakes right there at the end. You know, the last 30 seconds of the game, and they unfortunately gave away, or last minute of the game, I think, they unfortunately gave away 2 goals. But I do got to say that Hydra, it seemed like in that same last minute, they sort of found that missing puzzle piece that they were looking for the whole game.
They really did seem to find it, and in all honesty, that missing puzzle piece might just be their confidence, because what really looked like was the difference. As soon as they had a lead, they realized they just had to hold on to it. The clears looked more confident, and everything they were doing, I mean, looked like the Hydra that we're used to. Still, Lightspeed got a little bit caught out there. Definitely should not have arguably should not have lost the game in that fashion, as they kind of just got caught out twice in a row. Now they're going to have to fight back from 2 games, taking it 1 game at a time. That will not be easy, especially as Hydra now, with a little bit of comfort, maybe they can re-find. And something we haven't talked about at all, actually, Psycho, is the fact that, I mean, I've never won 15 series straight in a row. As, oh my goodness, this is not a goal. Okay, Lightspeed cannot find the back of the net. Complete blip in defense from Hydra, and they'll still get scored on. I have no idea what just happened in this play.
I mean, Lightspeed just took it to him. We see Seabiscuit miss right there. Zerf, I'm not sure what he was doing. I think he might have been confused at Gels going up on the backboard. Maybe he thought that Gels was going to come off the backboard and get the clear, but he unfortunately just sat there as Lightspeed just put it directly over him.
Yeah, and that's more of the miscoordination that we've kind of seen from Hydra in this series. Going to have to try to fix that quickly to find their way back in this game. But what I was talking about previously was, I mean, after winning 15 series in a row and then losing one, okay, and I'm not going to get a chance to talk about it again because Biscuit's going to put this one in. On the other side, there's just no defense in this game.
And now we're seeing one of the biggest mistakes, actually probably the biggest mistake that Lightspeed has made multiple times now. As you've said and I've said, Hydra's going to put a shot on net from anywhere on the pitch, so you have to always be ready for that, and Lightspeed seems to just be pushing their third man up too far almost every time.
Yeah, and that's a mistake they're going to have to try to remedy soon. As a miss on defense there, actually. Astro going to have to bail his teammate out. Biscuit with the touch. And Hydra, like you said, really just capable of finding the back of the net from any position. But at the same time, you can kind of forgive Lightspeed a little bit for bringing their third man up. They just have to be a little bit smarter with recognizing when the shots will happen. They have had massive opportunities against Hydra so far, though, with a far pushed up third man. As, oh no, Voke's able to make a touch here, but that was almost catastrophic for Lightspeed once again. As still Lightspeed on defense, but Gel's not getting the best touch. Astro gonna try to put this one in the back of the net, can't quite find it. Center ball, Zoro there with the double touch perhaps. Can't find it. The Vokes will send it right back at the backboard. Just being peppered with shots right now. But none of them coming really even close to the target. And now a complete let off from Lightspeed. They'll be right back. Now it's a 2v1. Gels does well to challenge early. Zerf looking to get a touch out, but Astro shuts him down. A pass center, and Zoro with the shot can't find the net. Once again. And now, excuse me, Lightspeed looking more inaccurate than, in all honesty, in any of the previous games of the series. And now it's Zerf on the air dribble, not a sight that you want to see if you're Lightspeed. Astro gonna take control, get this past one, get another touch actually, looking for the dunk, gets a 50. And the ball is sent center once again, but Gel's fast up to the touch. And now, really, we're seeing what Hydra's defense can do. And oh my goodness, we see the offense as I say that as well. A nice infield pass play.
Yeah, good pass coming out from Seabiscuit, able to get it past Astro right there, sacrificing himself. Vokes just not, I guess he didn't see the pass coming to the mid because it seemed like he just wasn't going for that.
Yeah, either he didn't see the pass mid or he had to respect the shot as well. I can forgive him after the shooting from Hydra. The ball's just kind of been going into their net at random points. He was probably expecting a pass, but, or a shot, excuse me, but oh my goodness, what is happening? What? Okay, well, the defense for Hydra just completely skillfully gets a save there. Absolutely no fortune whatsoever in that play, as Hydra completely calculated pinches the ball off of their own post and yeah, gets that one loose. Huge play coming out from Hydra, and somehow Lightspeed will not score. That seems to be the theme of this game so far, Psycho, as Lightspeed have had so many opportunities to score but just cannot capitalize.
I agree, and they're going to have to change that because they got they're coming down to a minute left, and they're still down by 1, and Hydra is on match point, so unless they want to walk home with the loss tonight, they need to do something quick.
And now only a minute left to find that. Astra gonna have to shut down a pass from Zerf. Does well. But that touch just going to go as far as Gels, kind of relieving the pressure. Once again, now Hydra finding their footing, getting consistent pressure. Not what Lightspeed needs. And Gels looking for the shot. Neither can find it though. And this could be a huge play for Lightspeed. Looking to dunk Biscuit. Can't quite find it though. Hydra stays alive. And Gels to Vokes to Astro looking for the shot. Once again, can't even put it on target. Unfortunate for Lightspeed. They're going to have to try and find a shot. It goes off the backboard again. Vokes with a shot. Can't find the net either. Biscuit still keeping it in the middle. Astro freestyling over midfield for no apparent reason. And we're just seeing craziness in the final few seconds. 10 seconds left now. Lightspeed has to find a goal now. But Astro's going to find a goal almost in the wrong net. Zoro looking for the clear out to Vokes. No seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to keep this one up. Astro to Zoro. Can't find the touch. That one's going to hit the ground. And Hydra, in some sort of fashion, finds the win. I feel like they should have been scored on there, but still they hold on well and will take a 3-1 victory in the series.
But Hydra did well right there, coming in and almost giving it away. Lightspeed playing their faces off, really just bringing it to town. And Hydra, for a couple of games, looked like they were gonna give that one away, but able to pull it out in the end. As I'm sure a lot of people expected, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little loss on my channel points myself.
And that's honestly just tragedy for Lightspeed, as they were playing so well and really their rotations seemed on point. Their pressure was very consistent and they had Hydra on the back foot so many times. They just couldn't find that finishing touch, especially in this game 4 to even bring it to a game 5. Still a very nice performance from Lightspeed. I really will be scared of this team if they can play this well in the playoffs. As a rival player myself, obviously I'll still be scared of Hydra as they remain they seemingly remain at the number 1 seed. Hydra, even though they looked a little bit less than perhaps their dominant 15-0 series, maybe just dealing with a little bit of mentality problems. Hopefully they'll regain a little bit of confidence with that win, as it was still very well done. And honestly, they just had the better fundamentals at the end of the day in this series.
Can't disagree there. Both teams played really well. Only one can lose, only one can win, and only one can lose. So, hey, tonight it was Hydra. Playoff as Lightspeed makes it in the playoffs. That's all that really matters. That's where the real run starts, and that's where you have to prove yourself, because only one winner.
And yeah, the regular season hardly matters except to find your way into playoffs. And both of these teams will be in playoffs, potentially even playing against each other. Once again, that could be another spicy matchup if we get to see it in the finals. But once again, a fantastic series from both teams. Appreciate you guys playing on stream. It's always a pleasure to have you both. And always a pleasure to cast with you, Psycho.
Always a pleasure, my guy.
We're going to be taking a small break, I believe only a few minutes before we head into our final matchup of the night between two of the very top teams in Novice, Acceleration at 9-7 and Whelps sitting at 13-3. Acceleration definitely on the come up, and Whelps have been consistently one of the best teams in Novice. You won't want to miss that one, as I believe that one could even be a runner for the best series of the night. But after 2 fantastic series, it might be tough to top it. If any 2 teams could, though, I'm sure it'll be them. Thanks once again for being here, guys. Always a pleasure to cast, and I hope you have a great night. We'll see you again in a few minutes. Walking on